Have you ever stood in front of your closet holding a maxi dress you used to love and quietly thought to yourself, maybe I'm too old for this now? You run your fingers along the fabric. It's still soft, still flowing, still beautiful. You remember how it used to move with you, how it made you feel taller, freer, and just a little bit bolder. But now you hesitate. You wonder if that woman still lives in you, or if you've outgrown this version of yourself. If you've ever felt that pause, that flicker of doubt, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not too old. In fact, this might be the most powerful time in your life to wear a maxi dress and feel completely, unapologetically yourself. Because this isn't just about a dress, it's about reclaiming elegance. It's about choosing clothes that move with your spirit, not just your body. It's about expressing the vibrant, radiant woman you are today, not trying to dress like the woman you used to be. In this video, we're going to explore the world of maxi dresses after 60, not just the styles and fabrics, but the freedom they represent. You'll learn how to find the right silhouette for your shape, how to choose fabrics that flatter your skin and make you feel comfortable in your own body. We'll talk about color, movement, layering, and accessories that elevate, not overwhelm. But most of all, we'll talk about mindset, because style after 60 isn't about hiding age. It's about honoring the years that made you who you are. It's about standing tall, with soft strength, quiet confidence, and unmistakable grace. So whether you've worn maxi dresses for years or tucked them away thinking your time had passed, I invite you to take them out again. Try them on with fresh eyes. This time, not to look younger, but to look more like yourself than ever before. Let's begin. 1. Why maxi dresses still matter. After 60, the emotional and historical power. What if one piece of clothing could make you feel confident, graceful, and free, all at the same time? For many women, that piece is the maxi dress. It might surprise you, but this seemingly simple garment has a long, powerful history. It first rose to fame in the late 1960s and early 70s, a time when women were pushing back against stiff social rules and limited expectations. Fashion was no longer just about appearance. It was about expression. It was political. It was personal. Back then, the maxi dress wasn't just a trend. It was a quiet rebellion, a way to say, I will not be boxed in. Flowing, floor-length, and effortlessly feminine, it gave women something short skirts never could, the freedom to take up space while still moving with ease and grace. And here's what's truly special. That same energy still lives in the maxi dress today. Only now, for women over 60, it carries a deeper kind of freedom. Freedom from fashion fads. Freedom from chasing youth. Freedom to dress in a way that honors who you've become, not who the world thinks you should be. Maxi dresses today have evolved into something more than beautiful clothing. They've become what I call a uniform of quiet power, especially for women in their 50s, 60s, and beyond. Because when you wear something that flows with your body instead of clinging or cutting into it, you're telling the world, I am at ease with myself. I move through life with grace. I've earned this. And the science backs it up too. Fashion psychologists have long studied how the garments we wear affect our mood and behavior, a concept called enclothed cognition, the softness of fabric, the way a dress sways as you walk, the comfort of being covered yet not hidden. All of this shapes how you carry yourself. Your shoulders drop, your back straightens, your steps slow down, not because you're tired, but because you're present. I remember a woman named Carol, 67, who once shared with me that after retiring she stopped wearing anything too flowy because she thought it made her look like she was giving up. One day, she pulled out a maxi dress from the back of her closet, a gift she never wore, and put it on just to feel something different. She walked past the mirror and then walked back to it. Suddenly, she said, I didn't look invisible anymore. I looked calm, like I'd arrived somewhere. And that's the lesson, isn't it? Style after 60 isn't about age. It's about space, the space you allow yourself to occupy, the space you've earned after decades of showing up for others. Now, it's your turn to show up for you, beautifully, confidently, and without apology. So if you've ever thought the maxi dress was too youthful, too dramatic, or too much for your age, let me invite you to think again. Because up next, we'll talk about what really holds women back from embracing this kind of elegance and how to release those old beliefs once and for all. 2. The confidence shift, why you're not too old for flow. Have you ever tried to disappear inside your clothes? You put on something shapeless. You avoid color. You choose the safe pieces, Not because you love them, but because they don't attract too much attention. It feels easier that way. Comfortable, invisible, but slowly, quietly, it becomes a habit. And one day, you catch yourself looking in the mirror and wondering, where did I go? So many women over 60 know this feeling. And when it comes to maxi dresses, it often sounds like this. Isn't that too young for me? Too floaty? Too dramatic? Too attention-grabbing? Or the one I hear most, I'm too old for that kind of dress. Let's pause right there and gently challenge those thoughts. Who told you that movement, softness, and elegance have an expiration date? Who said that just because you've lived more life, you now need to shrink into neutral tones, boxy cuts, or tight control freak outfits that restrict you from breathing deeply? The truth is, these beliefs don't come from you. They come from years of being told that aging means hiding, that beauty must always be youth, that flow and femininity belong to someone younger. But real confidence, the kind that turns heads without trying, doesn't come from youth. It comes from comfort in your own skin. It comes from wearing clothes that let your body move, not clothes that try to fix it. I want to share a story about Linda. Linda is 62 and lives in a quiet suburb in Ohio. She's practical, strong, the kind of woman who takes care of everyone before thinking of herself. For years, she avoided anything flowy. Her closet was filled with fitted jeans and black slacks, safe pieces, as she called them. But one afternoon, while helping her daughter clean out her closet, she tried on a tiered maxi dress, just for fun. She laughed at first, said she felt silly. But then something happened. She stood in front of the mirror and took a deep breath. And without even realizing it, she stood taller. Her shoulders relaxed. Her hand gently reached for her collarbone, not to hide, but to admire. And then she said, almost in a whisper, I don't remember the last time I felt this soft. In a good way. That, my friend, is the confidence shift. It's not loud. It doesn't always show up as fierce or bold. Sometimes, confidence is quiet. It looks like walking slower because you're not rushing through life anymore. It looks like wearing a flowing dress on a Tuesday just because you want to feel beautiful. And here's a powerful mindset shift I want to offer you today. Don't dress to disappear. Dress to reflect. Not the woman you used to be, not the version you think others expect, but the version of you that feels honest, comfortable, and strong right now. Because when you stop dressing to fix yourself and start dressing to honor yourself, that's when style becomes something more than clothing. It becomes freedom. Now that we've let go of the old rules, let's talk about how to actually choose a maxi dress that celebrates the beautiful shape you're in, no matter your height, curves, or size. Up next, a silhouette guide designed just for women like us. 3. Your silhouette blueprint, cuts that celebrate every body. Let's be honest, the older we get, the harder it becomes to find dresses that truly feel like they were made for us. Because the truth is, no two bodies age the same way. Some of us become softer in the middle. Some carry strength in our shoulders. Some of us get curvier, while others feel like we've lost shape altogether. But here's the most important thing to remember. There is nothing wrong with your body. What might be wrong is the cut of the dress you've been trying to fit it into. That's why this part of our journey is so important, finding the silhouette that doesn't fight your shape, but flows with it. Let's break it down. If you're pear-shaped with fuller hips and a smaller upper body, look for A-line maxi dresses or those with an empire waist, the kind that cinches just under the bust and flows gently downward. This draws the eye upward and balances your proportions beautifully. Imagine this, a soft V-neck, short flutter sleeves, a gentle flare from the ribs down. Suddenly, the lower half of your body feels light, elegant, and effortless. If you're apple-shaped and tend to carry more weight around the waist or bust, wrap-style maxi dresses will become your new best friend. The diagonal line of a wrap creates definition and helps elongate your frame. Look for styles with gentle ruching or a slightly raised waistline. It allows movement and comfort without clinging. Let your dress whisper elegance, not scream for control. If you're straight or rectangular and feel like you've lost those curves, don't try to force them with tight fits. Instead, choose tiered skirts, belted styles, or subtle peplum details that add soft volume and create the illusion of curves, all without pressure. A structured waist and a little drape go a long way in making your frame feel feminine again. And if you're hourglass-shaped with a naturally defined waist and balanced top and bottom, embrace it with maxi dresses that follow your natural lines. A fit and flare cut or a maxi with a softly tailored waist allows your curves to shine without exaggeration. You don't have to hide what's already in harmony. And here's a simple tip that works no matter your shape. If you're under 5'4", maxi dresses can sometimes overwhelm your frame. But don't worry. This is where vertical patterns, V-necks, and ankle-grazing lengths become your secret weapons. Pair with nude-tone shoes or a gentle wedge to elongate your legs without needing sky-high heels. Let me tell you about Teresa, one of the most elegant women I've ever met. She's 5'1", in her early 70s, and she used to avoid maxi dresses because she felt drowned in them. One day, I helped her choose a sleeveless navy maxi with a small vertical floral print and an empire waist. She put it on and gasped, not because it looked dramatically different, but because she looked like herself. Again, just lighter. "Why didn't I try this sooner?" she asked. That moment, that's what this is all about. It's not about chasing the perfect body. It's about finding the perfect flow for your body, right now, in this season of life. Because when a dress fits your body with kindness, you don't just look better. You carry yourself differently. You move through the world with ease, and others feel that energy the moment you walk into a room. Now that we've discovered the silhouettes that can bring out your natural elegance, it's time to talk about something just as important, the fabrics that love your skin back. Because after 60, it's not just about how we look in a dress, it's how we feel in it. Let's explore that next. 4. The fabric files. What flatters you and what ages you. Let me ask you something gentle but honest. Do you know what your skin loves to touch now? Not 20 years ago, but today? Because after 60, everything changes. Not just how we look, but how we feel. The fabrics we used to wear without thinking, some now feel itchy, stiff, too tight, or even unkind. And yet, most women don't realize that the very thing aging gracefully might depend on isn't color, cut, or accessories. It's fabric. Let's start here. The right fabric can make your skin glow, your dress flow, and your confidence rise with every step. The wrong one, it can weigh you down, cling in all the wrong places, and make you want to pull it off the moment you step outside. So, what are the right ones? Cotton blends are a classic for a reason. They're breathable, gentle, and perfect for casual wear. They allow air to move, keep you cool, and never fight against your skin. Linen, yes, it wrinkles, but those wrinkles speak a quiet elegance. They say, "I'm natural. I'm not trying too hard." And when worn in neutral tones, like oat stone or soft blue, linen feels like summer on your skin. Modal and bamboo fabrics are little miracles. They're eco-friendly, silky soft, and especially kind to skin that may be more delicate, dry, or sensitive. If you've ever worn a dress and forgot you had it on because it felt that light, chances are it was modal. Jersey knit is another favorite, stretchy without being clingy, drapey without feeling heavy. It's perfect for travel or long days when comfort is the goal, but elegance is still the standard. And for special moments, weddings, dinners, celebrations, silk and chiffon add just the right touch of movement and glow. They don't scream for attention, they reflect it, gently, gracefully. Now, what about the fabrics that do us no favors? Let's name them with love. Stiff polyester blends. They don't breathe, they don't drape, and they often make us feel hot, trapped, and older. They were made for durability, not delicacy. Shiny satins and synthetic silks may look good on hangers, but they tend to cling to every line, wrinkle, or curve we're not in the mood to highlight. Heavy brocades or chunky knits can weigh down your look and your mood. They add bulk where you don't want it and take away the ease that a great maxi should bring. I remember speaking with Marie, a retired art teacher in her mid-60s. She had this gorgeous emerald maxi dress, rich in color, but made from a cheap satin that caught every glare of light. Every time she wore it, she'd say, "I should feel beautiful in this." But I don't. We swapped it out for a matte silk version in the same shade, same color, same silhouette. But when she put it on, she actually sighed. "It's like this one understands me," she whispered. That's the power of fabric. And one more thing, texture. A little texture can soften the whole look. Think crinkle cotton, light embroidery, or matte weaves. They add depth without demanding attention, while high gloss shine, on the other hand, can exaggerate skin texture or feel overly formal in casual settings. Subtlety is your best friend now. Your glow should come from within, and your fabric should simply help reflect that. So here's the quiet truth. The fabric you wear touches you more hours in a day than most people do. It deserves to be chosen with care, because when you feel good in your dress, you move differently. you speak differently, and the world treats you differently in return. Now that you know what your skin says yes to and what it gently refuses, let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle: color, light, and movement, because the right color can lift your face more than makeup ever could. And when your dress moves, it can say everything before you even say a word. 5. Color, light, and movement. The maxi dress is a mirror. Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in natural light and thought, why do I look so tired when I don't feel tired at all? It might not be your skin. It might not be your makeup. It could be the color of what you're wearing. After 60, our skin tone often changes. Just a little. It softens, warms, or cools. Colors that once made us glow might now feel a little flat, or even harsh. That's why one of the most powerful tools in your style journey is this: learning which colors reflect your light back to you. And here's the beauty of the maxi dress. It gives you a large canvas. Unlike a blouse or scarf, it wraps you in one bold, fluid tone. That's not just a fashion statement. That's a mirror. Let's talk undertones. If your skin has cool undertones, you'll shine in shades like dusty rose, lavender, sapphire blue, or charcoal gray. They create contrast and clarity without being loud. If your skin leans warm, you'll look radiant in terracotta, olive, mustard, or champagne beige. These colors harmonize with your natural warmth and bring softness to your whole look. If you're more neutral, you have the gift of versatility. Try taupe, deep plum, or soft teal. Here's a good test. Hold a piece of white paper next to your face in natural light. If your skin appears pinkish, you're likely cool. If it looks golden or peachy, you're probably warm. If you can't tell, you may be wonderfully neutral. I remember a client named Evelyn, 64, who always wore black. She said it felt safe and classic, but every time she looked in the mirror, she felt dull. One day, she tried on a maxi dress in a soft cranberry tone, not bright red, just warm enough to reflect on her cheeks. She stepped back from the mirror and smiled. "I look like I just came back from a walk," she laughed. Not because the dress changed her face, but because the color brought her light back. That's what the right shade does. It doesn't cover you, it amplifies you. Now, let's talk movement, because maxi dresses aren't meant to just sit on your body. They're meant to move with you, to catch the breeze, sway as you walk, and remind you that you are alive, elegant, and in motion. A dress that moves tells a story. It says, I'm not stiff. I'm not shrinking. I'm still flowing forward. But not all movement is created equal. A floor-length dress in heavy fabric may look luxurious until it weighs down your step. Meanwhile, a slightly shorter dress in light crepe or chiffon sways without dragging, giving you grace without the drama. And when your dress flows, something magical happens to the way you carry yourself. Your arms move more freely. Your steps become lighter. You feel less restricted and more like you. Here's a small but powerful truth. The way fabric moves around you affects the way people move around you. Softness invites softness. Confidence draws respect. Color invites connection. So when choosing a maxi dress, don't just ask, does this fit me? Ask, does this reflect me? Does it move the way I want to feel? Because at this stage of life, style should never be about blending in. It should be about reflecting back the light you've spent decades building inside. And now that we've covered silhouette, fabric, and color, there's one final piece that can make or break a look, often overlooked but absolutely essential: accessories. In our next section, we'll explore how just one well-chosen detail, a belt, a necklace, the right pair of shoes, can take your maxi dress from simple to stunning. Let's talk about it. 6. Accessories with intention, the power of one detail. Let me tell you a secret. Most fashion magazines don't say out loud. It's never really about more. It's about the right one. After 60, accessories aren't just embellishments. They're punctuation marks. They finish your sentence. They express your tone. They whisper, "This is who I am." And when it comes to maxi dresses, the accessories you choose can do one of two things. They can elevate you, or they can overwhelm you. Let's start with the most underestimated detail: the belt. A belt can transform a flowing maxi from pretty to polished in 1 second. But here's the trick. It's not about squeezing or pulling in. It's about shaping softly. Try placing your belt just above the natural waist, not directly at the waistline. This creates a beautiful empire effect that elongates the legs, defines the torso, and adds gentle structure. Choose wider belts for more dramatic silhouettes or to anchor a bold print. Opt for slimmer belts in tan, black, or metallics when you just want a hint of shape. One woman I worked with, Claire, 68, used to avoid belts entirely. She thought they were only for younger, slimmer women. But one afternoon, she tried a simple soft leather belt over a muted floral maxi. She looked in the mirror and said, "I thought belts were about hiding my body, but this one just helped me find my shape again." That's the power of one thoughtful detail. Next, let's talk jewelry. The golden rule? Balance. If your maxi dress has a high neckline or busy pattern, let it be the star. Pair it with simple earrings, or if you want a bold touch, go for statement earrings and skip the necklace. If your dress is solid colored or has a gentle neckline, this is where a layered chain, a pendant necklace, or a single statement piece can truly shine. Don't underestimate the charm of a cuff bracelet or a few stacked bangles. Just one elegant ring or one timeless pearl earring is often all you need. Remember, you're not trying to sparkle for attention. You're choosing pieces that echo your energy. Scarves and shawls are more than practical. They're soft armor. They add movement, color, and comfort, especially if you want some arm coverage without the bulk of a jacket. A lightweight silk scarf tied at the neck adds Parisian chic. A flowing kimono wrap can turn your maxi into art. A sheer pashmina over the shoulders turns a daytime look into evening elegance, instantly. Now, your bag. With maxi dresses, proportion is everything. Avoid oversized, slouchy totes that drag the eye down. Instead, go for a structured crossbody or small handheld clutch. In the evening, a sleek bag in matte gold, soft leather, or woven texture can tie the whole look together without stealing the spotlight. And finally, shoes. Your dress may be floor length, but the right pair of shoes still changes everything. Flat sandals equals casual, breezy. Wedges equals lifted, effortless. Block heels equals balanced elegance without strain. And if you struggle with swelling, bunions, or sensitive soles, look for almond toe flats, soft espadrilles, or low metallic sandals that elongate the foot without pressure. Now, here's a little truth worth keeping close. Accessories are not there to compete with you. They're there to remind the world who you are, without saying a word. And at this age, you don't need excess. You need intention. Choose one powerful detail, let it speak, and watch how it transforms your whole presence. Because when you pair a flowing dress with a thoughtful belt, a pair of earrings that lift your face, or shoes that help you walk taller, you're not just finishing an outfit, you're owning it. And that brings us to the final piece of our journey, the quiet mistakes that steal your elegance and the small, loving shifts that bring it right back. Let's wrap this up with wisdom. 7. Mistakes, mindset, and mastery. How to own your look. Let's be honest. Even with the best fabric, the perfect cut, and the right color, sometimes something still feels off. You look in the mirror and think, it's almost there, but not quite. That's when we pause, not to criticize, but to refine. Because style after 60 isn't about chasing perfection. It's about noticing the quiet details that either lift us or pull us down. So let's gently name a few common mistakes many women make with maxi dresses and how to lovingly shift them. Mistake 1. Going too oversized. Many women think, if I wear something big enough, no one will notice what's underneath. But what actually happens is the fabric swallows your shape. It hides your presence, not your imperfections. Solution? Look for soft shaping, like empire waists, wrap fronts, or even a subtle belt to bring the dress back to you. Flowing doesn't mean formless. You deserve to be seen. Mistake 2. Wearing prints that age you. Tiny florals, harsh contrasts, or outdated patterns can unintentionally feel dated. If you love prints, try abstract, geometric, or watercolor styles that feel modern and artistic. Or embrace the quiet power of a solid jewel tone that lets your face be the focal point. Mistake 3. The wrong length. Too long, and the dress drags, making your walk clumsy, not graceful. Too short, and it loses that romantic sweeping effect that makes maxis special. Aim for ankle-grazing length just above your shoes. It's the sweet spot between elegance and ease of movement. Mistake 4. Over-accessorizing. We talked about this before, but it's worth repeating. Piling on jewelry, scarves, bags, and bold makeup all at once dilutes your elegance. Choose one statement. Let it lead. You are the masterpiece. Accessories are just the frame. Mistake 5. Forgetting posture and presence. Even the most beautiful dress can't hide a slouched back, tired eyes, or rushed energy. Stand tall. Lift your chest. Soften your gaze. When you carry yourself like you matter, your clothes will follow. I once worked with a woman named June. She was 72, elegant, sharp, and deeply intuitive. But she confessed, I always feel like I'm trying too hard, like I'm borrowing someone else's look. We went through her closet. The dresses were beautiful, but styled for a version of her that no longer existed. Too stiff, too trendy, too much. I asked her to try something different, a soft navy maxi, gently cinched at the waist. No necklace, just a pair of gold hoop earrings. Barely their makeup, her natural silver hair left as is. When she walked out, I'll never forget her smile. Not because she looked younger, but because she looked centered. She whispered, "This feels like me." Not the me from 20 years ago. Me now. That's mastery. Not chasing, not hiding, but owning your look from a place of peace. Here's a simple ritual to try tomorrow morning. Your mirror moment. Before you walk out the door, ask yourself, does this move with me or against me? Does it lift my face or drain it? Am I dressing the woman I am today or the woman I used to be? If you can answer those questions with clarity and kindness, then you're not just wearing a maxi dress. You're stepping into the most powerful version of yourself. And now, as we wrap up this journey together, I want to leave you with one final thought, a reminder that this isn't the end of your style story. It's the beginning of a new, more radiant chapter. Let's close this video with something that matters even more than what you wear, how you feel when you wear it. So today, we've walked through more than just dresses. We explored silhouettes that honor your body, not reshape it. We chose fabrics that love your skin, colors that light up your face, and details that speak softly but beautifully about who you are. We talked about how movement matters, how one belt, one earring, or one perfect shade of blue can shift your whole energy, and we let go of old rules, of pressure to hide, of anything that told you you had to tone it down just because you've lived a little longer. Because here's the truth. You haven't aged out of beauty. You've grown into it. So tonight I want to gently invite you to do something. Open your closet. Take out that dress you've been saving or hesitating to wear. Slip it on. Stand in front of the mirror. And instead of asking, do I still look good? Ask yourself, do I feel like myself? If the answer is yes, then that's your dress. And that's your moment. If this video spoke to you, I'd be so grateful if you'd share it with a friend, leave a comment about your favorite maxi dress memory, and subscribe for more conversations like this on style, confidence, and aging with intention. Because we're not just building outfits, we're building a community of women who dress not for approval, but for joy. And always remember this, elegance is not about the dress. It's about the woman who chooses it with love and wears it like she knows exactly who she is. Until next time, keep flowing forward.